As we commented from the very beginning of this, really all game plans have gone out the window. Madrid have got the noses in front. Ronaldo's done his job. Oh, what a tremendous shot, and an equally or even better save from Casillas. Juanlu with the strike, and with the second half 10 seconds old, that was on target for the top corner, and a remarkable save from Iker Casillas. Brilliant start to the second half from Levante, and the response from Casillas, world class. In comes the corner, and it's too strong. Presumably Mourinho's felt Ronaldo's done his job. He scored the goal under really trying conditions. Why risk him? Why risk a late challenge, sliding over? Almost anything could happen out there. I get the feeling that Albiol will certainly have mixed feelings, though. Is this a punishment? Is this a reward? Who knows? Meanwhile, Casillas takes the goal kick, headed back in by Juanlu, the author of that tremendous strike. Flicked forward. Essien's underneath that. Albiol at the moment seeming to play in front of the back four alongside Alonso.
Michael Essien likely moving a little bit further forward. The front three is going to be Callejon, Ozil and Angel Di Maria by the looks of things.
Essien it is, with long ball in diagonal. No, that's the wrong language, isn't it? A diagonal ball, which is left with the linesman's flag waving, and well, I think that presidential box just about the only area with any roofing, apart from the dugouts, of course, to protect its inhabitants from the rain, as Munua sending one right up to the edge of the box. Headed clear by Albiol again. This is Papa Diop looking for El Zar. Coentrao clears and wins the throw-in.
Levante shooting towards the goal, which has probably the soggiest area of the two. There's a space on the near side, right on the corner of the area, that has created a bit of confusion. So far, a massive puddle, or actually on both sides.
Well, Iker Casillas having his work cut out after the restart. Two excellent saves in 2.5 minutes. That was Barquero, that was on target too. And Casillas judging it very well indeed.
Very much the right strategy for Levante to be shooting from that kind of range, where they can get the power out of it and pepper Iker Casillas' goal with shots.
It's a throw in down the other end. Coentrao to take it. Callejon gets it back to him. Coentrao into the box by Esteros, failing to clear. Kept in play and cleared by Vicente Iborra. Martins goes down. Play on, says the referee. Di Maria, can he take advantage of Juanfran's slip? He gets the cross in, headed out by Iborra. Undershot from Albiol. No great threat to Gustavo Munua. Martinez taking notes.
Hard to imagine what he'd be putting on that board, possibly just for words, hoof it forward.
I've got Pedro Rios on the bench, who's quite useful, but again, the kind of player you would have thought would be least well suited to the conditions. Maybe Payardo, the former Valencia player. Diop stays in. Juanlu finding Martins. Pepe's got the better of him and intelligently plays it directly out of touch. Juanlu tells Martins to wait for the throw. Juanfran can put this into the box.
Levante can't let this one touch the ground.
He played it short. Gets the better of Arbeloa, but a chance perhaps for Essien to create something here. There's a chase for Callejon, and played directly out of touch by Pedro Lopez. Intelligent work again there by Callejon. Essien putting it to the edge of the box, but Navarro was waiting. That's a nice turn from Papa Diop. He was caught by Xabi Alonso. That hurt him. Free kick to Levante by Esteros to take it. Esteros floating it down the right. Ramos got his head to it. Throw to Levante. And again, that kind of delicate play, not the most suited to the circumstances between Lopez and Elzar there. Coentrao with the throw. The most orthodox of throws. Papa Diop. Ramos clears. Throw to Levante again. Lopez puts it back in play. Flicked on by Diop. The return ball to Callejon, and with Di Maria chasing. Very fortunately for Munuwa, the ball rolled all the way into his area. Sends it high and deep. Alonso solidly underneath it. Juanlu losing out.
Di Maria waiting for that low pass, which was never going to get through to him.
Barquero wins the throw. Juan Fran unhappy the referee didn't call foul on that one. This is Barquero again. And it's a goal kick. Looks like Martinez preparing a change as well.
Firm instructions being given by the Levante manager. Levante have had a pretty solid strategy in the opening part of this second half and have had a better of a chance. I don't think Real Madrid have had a shot that's been on target, at least, by that wide blast from Raul Albiol.
Angel Di Maria there, suffering as much as anyone in the first half. Juanlu gets through, and Ramos well placed to block the clearance. In the end, it's Vicente Iborra trying to win a throw for Levante, ended up just putting the ball directly out of touch. And the change that Martinez is preparing is to bring on...
It's the number 9 Angel who's going to come on.
Angel, exactly, yeah. And that one's free for Di Maria. A little bit of space. Callejon's with him. Di Maria going through the middle, and the shot not too far wide. As Angel receives his final instructions. Di Maria there, the ball running nicely for him for once. And a free kick for the challenge from Barquero there, just inside the Madrid half. And Ruben Garcia is also warming up for Levante. Not too happy with the ref's decision there. And that one all the way through. Goal kick. Still within the first 10 minutes of the second half. And the man coming off is Nabil Elzar. A fighting, battling, gritty performance from him in the first half. He did pick up that yellow card for dissent. And he's replaced by Angel Rodriguez.
Much to be expected following his injury in training in midweek. Just some precautions being taken also, as he said, on a yellow card. Levante will need all hands on deck.
There's another one for Di Maria to chase. Very active indeed. He puts it into the box for Callejon. The shot forcing a good save from Munua at the near post. And Di Maria causing a bit of trouble for the Levante defence just to the right of the penalty area over the last few minutes, and doing well to find Callejon there. As you pointed out, the ball running freer in this penalty area defended by Levante. Corner for Real Madrid. Di Maria to swing it in. Munua just palming it away, and in the end Alonso winning another corner. There was some doubt, in fact, wasn't there, whether El Zhar would even be available for tonight's game, and one or two raised eyebrows when he made it into the starting 11, but he's performed for the best part of an hour and done a pretty good job. Meanwhile, corner number 2 for Real Madrid. Pepe off the woodwork, and Pepe holds his head in frustration.
Once again left wide open, as Cristiano Ronaldo was in the first half for the opening goal. Left so much space.
Di Maria goes down, he's waved up by the referee. Iborra. There's one for Angel to chase. Pepe getting there first and ends up going down and writhing around in the water. So you've either got to think it's remarkably serious, because who would want to be down there in that water? It's a yellow card for Juan Lu. Pepe, who made some criticisms of Andres Iniesta for exaggerating injuries not so long ago. Duncan?
Well, suddenly looks as if he almost went for not exactly a stamp, but tried to get his leg tangled up, and didn't look to be too much heavy contact, as he shows with the other side of his game following that decent header.
Yeah, exactly. There was controversy in Spain over his comments about a clash between him and Iniesta in the Clásico earlier on last month. And, well, Iniesta not necessarily the best target to choose, but it does seem there as though Pepe is doing some acting, and just a little tap on the shin from Arbeloa, telling him to get up and stop riling the fans. Good work there to win a corner from Callejon. Totally the opposite kind of character, Callejon. He really does take his chances that whenever Mourinho gets them. Mourinho's delighted with him, isn't he? Player started in the Fabrica, the Real Madrid Youth Academy, played for Castilla, the B team, spent 3 years at Espanyol, and since coming back last season under Mourinho, has become a little bit Mourinho's super sub. Here he is again. Decent ball in towards Ramos. Nobody got a touch. In the end, it'll be a goal kick. That was a corner.
It's a rare start for Callejon. Normally comes on often with the game won, but always puts him at work rate. And that's why you see him score so many of his goals late on in the game. He's one of those players who just never downs tools, and has that intensity that Mourinho likes so much in his teams.
And scoring goals late on the game for someone who usually comes on late on the game, of course, and that one somehow doesn't go over the line. Essien, Ramos, they were both very close to getting it in there. It's absolutely remarkable that didn't cross the line. It came off the bar, and Iborra was able to tuck it over the line for yet another corner. Some excellent opportunities for Real Madrid over the last 5 minutes. A series of corners and 3. Well, that there was a tremendous opportunity.
Truly remarkable that wouldn't go in.
It's Ramos, the first Real Madrid player to get a touch to that.
Ramos is back here, look, and then flicked up off Papa Diop.
Yeah. Well, It's one of those nights. It's if Real Madrid get the 3 points, it's certainly not going to be easy for them. They're 1-0 up. There's an hour on the clock and 30 minutes of a tremendous battle to go for them to take the 3 points. That one directly out of play, and it'll be a goal kick to Levante. Bola misjudging it. Albiol did well. In the end, it was blocked by Juanfran. Papa Diop got a nod on. That's put forward by Alonso to Di Maria. And he just can't finish it off.
Callejon wanted that one in the middle. The only player up in support of Angel Di Maria. The first chance Di Maria's had to run on goal.
Well, he's certainly looking like a different player in the second half, Angel Di Maria. That's the third incursion, isn't it, to that right-hand side of the Getafe area, taking advantage of the relative normality of the surface there. Now it's Levante's turn. Martins wide. In comes the cross, headed clear by Alvaro Arbeloa. Juanlu on the ball for Levante. Back to the edge of the box, little flick on to Angel, and it's in the back of the net. The substitute's done it. Excellent work from Papa Diop there, and Angel finishing it off. Nothing Casillas can do. And after that series of 2 or 3 good chances for Real Madrid, Levante are right back in it. It's Angel Rodriguez. Excellent substitution once again by the master, Juan Ignacio Martinez, and Angel it is. It's Martins with a little flick on, getting the better of Pepe. Angel was always behind him. That first touch with the left foot to get it beyond Pepe and round Casillas, and just flicking it over the international keeper. 1-1.
Casillas getting down early. The finish, a thing of wonder from Angel, who's barely been on the pitch 5 minutes.
Well, Levante right back in it, and in these circumstances, anything can happen now. There's a rather loose one from Juanfran. Ozil twisting and turning. Again, a more direct approach perhaps required. Barquero coming up against Coentrao, who wins it off him, puts it to the edge of the box. Ozil with the touch. Callejon back to Albiol. Albiol out to Coentrao once more. Essien into the box. Here's Essien. Lovely ball to Callejon. Charged down by Juanfran. Martins battling there. Losing out to Arbeloa in the end. Albiol to Alonso. Alonso looking for Essien. The ball hitting the standing water. Essien playing it out of touch. Throw into Levante.
It appears as if both sides have suddenly realised, it suddenly clicked with them, that balls over the top are what's going to be the decisive factor in this game.
That's a lovely touch on by Martins, though, but full credit to Angel for the finish. He did really, really well indeed. Well, Casillas obviously annoyed. Mourinho looked particularly angry at something, whether that was a replay of an earlier Mourinho moment. Either way, it's 1-1 and everything to play for. Michael Essien. Navarro chipping it back. Flicked on by Barquero and offside against Angel. Well, what a great first touch, probably just about his first touch, I think, Angel, since being brought on. And as you can see there, the linesman just getting it right. Alonso heads it forward, only as far as Juan Fran. Alonso again, Sen, good ball from him, Di Maria. Cuts it back, and stretching there, Navarro, finally cleared by Juanlu, and Pepe behind Martins. Martins goes down, Pepe picks him up. The referee, I think, goes across to have a word with the linesman there.
Looked like a bit of afters there from Pepe.
Now to have a word with Martinez, rather. He's given the free kick. Asesino is the shout of at least some of the crowd in the Ciudad de Valencia. Certainly doesn't go out of his way to make any friends, does he, Pepe, on his travels? And there is Munoz having words, Muniz, I beg your pardon, having words with Martinez. Meanwhile, Contrao playing it out. It comes to Di Maria, but he just was unable to get a decent control on it. Instead wins a throw-in, and with 24 minutes on the clock, Duncan, if things stand the way they are, Real Madrid will now be 10 points behind Football Club Barcelona after 11 matches. Quite extraordinary. Who would have guessed that at the beginning of the season?
Big problems for the reigning champions. They've said in press conferences and interviews in recent weeks that it's not a disaster to be 7 points behind, 8 points behind, 5 points behind, but they can't afford any more slip-ups, and this certainly would be a slip-up here at the Ciudad de Valencia.
Certainly it would be, because at the end of the season the only thing people are going to remember really is the result, and whether it's no points, 1 point or 3, but quite frankly, playing under conditions that players of this quality aren't really used to. And, well, Pepe may be just a little bit angry with himself for letting Angel get away there. Contrao goes down. Sen, a little push to Barquero. But so many of these Levante players are veterans from the lower divisions, from more humble clubs in Spain, and quite used to mixing it up a little bit, quite used to playing in tougher conditions, as Martins takes it away there from Arbeloa. Pepe comes across. Play on, says the referee. Barquero tries to find Papa Diop. A little bit too clever there from Barquero. And Mourinho prepares to bring Kaká on. You have to say, is he the right player to play in the Ciudad de Valencia for 20 minutes in these circumstances? Let's see if it's a moment of Mourinho magic, or whether it isn't. But it seems very unfair on a player who's hardly got a look in over the last month or so. Especially
bearing in mind the injuries that Kaká has had, to introduce him into this kind of game. Not one to second guess Jose Mourinho.
Absolutely.
It's a very curious move.
Ozil with the corner. Alonso was underneath it. And I think he's given another corner, hasn't he? It's really important for Levante to maintain their calm here. It did appear to come off Juan Fran, because they're in a situation where they can get something positive from this game. And they just need to keep it focused. Albiol's attempted cross comes back to Contrao. Munoz.
I would imagine it would be a Mesut Ozil coming off for Kaká, who's had a very quiet game. I can't imagine Kaká having too much more impact than Mesut Ozil.
Callejon on the ball for Real Madrid. Trying to feed Di Maria. Overcompensating for the water, and it's straight out of touch. Well, in fact, no, it's Arbeloa who goes off. And presumably then Albiol will move back to take his place with Kaká, who gets one or two teeny bopper screams as he comes on. I would have thought, or so it appeared. And second change there from Jose Mourinho. Thumped forward by Navarro. Martin's chasing it, and good pressing there. Ramos gets another opportunity, but well worth chasing that kind of ball. Well, Kaká's first touch puts Callejon through. They're shouting for a penalty. He's given it. Muniz pointing to the spot. The very first touch of Kaká. Callejon goes through, takes a tumble. It's going to be a yellow card for Juanfran.
Well, let's take another look at this. Ball comes through, Callejon looks to be onside.
There's no offside. So that's the first question answered. No contact with the ball.
Well, a flick.
Is he in the area?
If you watch Navarro, he flicks out twice,
yep,
just to make sure Callejon goes over. Definitely a deliberate attempt to bring down Callejon. I'm not too sure if that's inside or outside the area, though.
Well, it's certainly a tight decision, but it's by no means a scandalous one. It's there's no contact there. The second contact, as you said, with that second little flick of his foot, would appear to be right on top of the line. Callejon does his best to get into the box, but that's the question. Is it in the area, on the line, just outside? Well,
I would say that's just outside the area.
I'm not even sure how much contact there is with that second little flip, to be quite honest. I think Callejon's going down as the ball gets away from him. Look, it's very difficult when you see it stop like that. I'm not even sure there's contact there. Either way, yellow card to Juanfran, penalty. Xabi Alonso to take it. Alonso against Munua. And Munua saves it. And what is it about this stadium and this team that seems to create the drama against Mourinho's Real Madrid? I think that's a totally fair result. I have serious doubts about that penalty. Either way, Munua saved it. Got to feel sorry for Alonso, who really has been probably Madrid's best player. But full credit to Mourinho for the substitution, because Kaká's pass was what started it all.
Yep, Kaká making an instant impact. We saw a penalty here last season, but it was for Levante, and this time Xabi Alonso not able to put the penalty away for Real Madrid. Nicely placed for Munua, wasn't it?
Yeah, Alonso just trying to hit it hard and into the centre. Munua went to his left. He's a big keeper, and well, did well. Very well indeed, and it's a frustrating time for Madrid as that one just goes wide.
Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo, the regular penalty taker in this Madrid side. Alonso is no slouch though from the spot, but he hasn't hit that one well at all.
Well, good work from the keeper, and certainly this one is absolutely not over yet. Di Maria battling for that, and the linesman's hand up, flag up, saying it's a handball. Di Maria pointing to his chest. Well, every angle we see tells a different story, really. The linesman pretty close to it. Juanfran having a word with Muniz Fernandez, the referee. 16 minutes to go. Levante 1, Real Madrid 1. Munua prepares to take this. Alonso will be suffering inside. Angel was up for it, knocked forward by Juanlu. It's quickly back towards Callejon. Ballesteros doing well. Juanlu with a header, finds Barquero, knocked forward by Iborra. Martins is under it, and it's a free kick in favour of Real Madrid. Martins can't quite understand that. That's what they call making the bed in Spain, isn't it?
Yep, it's drawing the foul by ducking under and actually committing the offence yourself. A sneaky Spanish tactic. And And Pepe, the Portuguese, carrying it out on Obafemi Martins.
Well, Martins still looking very dangerous whenever the ball in the Real Madrid half. Papa Diop looking for Juanlu underneath the alveole. Juanlu gets onto it and he puts it wide. What an opportunity. He gets it past Casillas. Juanlu has a word with the referee. Albiol lost his boot in the process. Great ball from Papa Diop. Albiol got his head to it, just couldn't react under the conditions, trying to turn around. His heart will have been in his mouth. And Juanlu goes so very close indeed.
I think Jose Mourinho might be making note of Raul Albiol's header for a future reference.
And Martinez can sense something in the air here now. And Levante, well, wouldn't be right to say they've got Madrid under the cosh, because Madrid have had their chances and just as clear, such as that penalty, as Pedro Lopez battling with Kaká goes down, and the referee quite rightly deciding that Lopez did more than go down and gave the throw to Madrid. In the end, the shot from Di Maria over the bar. Full marks to Angel Di Maria this evening for his efforts. Alonso telling the referee to watch out for time wasting, but really this is a game that can have any one of three results now. Nothing would be totally surprising. Manuel puts that directly out of touch. Albiol with the throw. This is SEN.
And Real Madrid have their scorers of 26 goals so far in La Liga. They're missing the players who've created 20 of them. No Cristiano Ronaldo on the pitch, no Karim Benzema, no Gonzalo Higuain, and they're suffering with their finishing.
Ozil wins what could be a very dangerous free kick there, though. Going down under the slightest of pressure from Papa Diop. And, well, again, that seems like a fairly harsh decision, really, bearing in mind some of the earlier fouls that Muniz has allowed to go. Alonso standing over it, but it's got to be Di Maria from this angle, surely. He was quick to place the ball. He seems to fancy his chances. 4 men in the wall. Is it going to be Di Maria? Yes, it is. Straight into the wall, charged down by Juanlu. Angel can't get beyond Alonso. Di Maria can't get beyond Juanfran, but it's a throw into Real Madrid. Well, it appeared to come off Juanlu's elbow there. No huge appeal either way. This is Kaká. Papa Diop wins it off him. Martins. Alonso wins it back. Ramos to Pepe. Ballesteros with a tremendous clearance there with his head. Barquero making life difficult for Coentrão. Coentrão doing very well. Just able to control it there. Ozil. And Pedro Lopez and Kaká battling again on that left wing. It's a throw to Real Madrid. There's no doubt it comes off his elbow, but he's got his arms tucked in. Whether he can get out of the way of that, I would suspect not. Navarro clears.
I'm not sure how good a view of that the referee's assistant had. I'd imagine quite a good one. And
there's a chance for Juanlu. It's a decent ball from the ball stops. He flicks it into the box. Well, it's not a bad strategy really, but Martins was a long way away from it, and Casillas picking it up and grasping it to him and then getting rid of it as quickly as possible. Throw to Madrid. Alonso. Nice little flick on by Di Maria. Is very impressive, Angel Di Maria. Real fighting spirit is shown out there, especially in the second half.
Didn't have a great first half, but he's come up for the second period with renewed vigour, especially in the absence of Cristiano Ronaldo, when he's had to pick up the slack from the Portuguese.
Juan Fran with the interception, sends it deep. Alonso misses it. It comes to Pepe. Pepe floating it towards the head of Di Maria. There's Angel battling. Put back in by Albiol towards Ozil. Juan Fran getting the better of the German. The clearance is poor. Second attempt by Navarro. And it came off a white-shirted player. It'll be a throw into Levante. We're inside the last 10 minutes. It looks like young Morata is going to get his 10 minutes of fame.
I'm not sure what kind of impact Morata will have. I suppose he's got second division experience playing on these types of pitches. But is it really the kind of game for Morata?
Well, he's also not by any means a traditional number 9, is he? One of the reasons Mourinho gave, one of the justifications for not always giving him so many minutes. And he just might fancy something different, a slightly lesser-known player. Might be able to shake things up a bit. He'll come out highly motivated, as has Angel, the scorer of the equaliser. This is Juanlu now, blocked by Pepe. And Pepe claiming everything, claiming that was a throw to Real Madrid. But on this occasion, the referee disagreeing. Juan Fran, who can get a bit of distance from a throw, trying it short again though. Juan Fran puts it in and cleared by Ramos, and here is that change. 10 minutes to go. Alvaro Morata for Mesut Ozil. Ozil has had a hard time of it out there tonight, Duncan.
Yeah, certainly not the kind of game that favours Mesut Ozil. Been largely anonymous. The places on the pitch where he likes to play the ball from have all been sodden.
Juanlu there running in and catching that on the half volley. Kept it on target but was unable to surprise Iker Casillas, who sends it deep into the Levante half.
That'll be fourth time in this second half that Juanlu's tried something innovative to try and beat Iker Casillas.
Excellent work from Kaká there. We know he's an artist, but he's really battling out there in adverse conditions, and on the ground managed to find a white white-shirted teammate to pass it to. Excellent work from Kaká. Levante get it away though. This is Martins battling with Ramos. He gets another chance. Contrao and Alonso between them take it off, and Contrao goes down and has a few words with Pedro Lopez. He won the throw-in decision there. The referee deciding, no, it's a free kick. Alonso to take it. Martinez looking anxious. Alonso swinging it in, and it's in the back of the net, and it's Morata who scores. Alvaro Morata. That's why Jose Mourinho made the change. Two remarkable substitutions by Jose Mourinho. Say what you like about the man. That was the right change at the right time. The free kick came in. There's quite a lot of doubt among some of those players, some of the Levante players, whether the free kick was in fact a free kick. But either way, it's a remarkable, dramatic substitution, and Alvaro Morata has got the goal that puts Real Madrid ahead with 6 minutes to go. Absolutely remarkable stuff. 2-1 to Real Madrid.
What a game for the super subs. Every player who's come on has had an impact, and none more so than Alvaro Morata. Not picked up. Navarro did his best to come across. But I'm sure Xabi Alonso will be buying him the drinks tonight should the results stay the same, having missed that penalty. Having
said that, both Real Madrid goals have come from Xabi Alonso free kicks. Maybe Mourinho will be buying Alonso one as well. Next change being prepared on the Levante bench is Ruben Garcia, 19 years old, attacking midfielder, and Martinez is going to give him, well, 5 minutes if he comes on now. That's how long there is on the clock, and it looks as though that change is just about a double change. Also Mitchell. So Mitchell and Garcia for Barquero and Papadillo. Just a couple of fresh pairs of legs there really for the closing minutes. Two midfielders. Garcia more in an attacking role, presumably Mitchell a little bit less so. Meanwhile, it's Essien on the break. Di Maria hasn't stopped running all night, pulls it back, but there David Navarro was waiting. Well, you can criticise the Levante defence there, but the service from Alonso is first rate.
An incisive run from Morata. Remember, this is a teammate with whom he doesn't play too often. He's more used to Benzema, Higuain, Cristiano Ronaldo, but he picked up that run from Morata perfectly.
Well, what a great piece of coaching from Mourinho, great strategist, and he got it absolutely right. Here's a chance for Martins to make it two. He's trying to go around Casillas. That was surely a mistake. The shot had to come earlier.
Great touch from Iker Casillas there. Great touch to push it away, just out of reach of Obafemi Martins, who tried to do too much.
Yes, you can't really give two bites at the cherry to Casillas, and he just does enough. But surely the shot had to come earlier. Pedro Rios having words with the referee Muniz Fernandez. And what is this? Yellow card to number 16, Pedro Rios. Well, Muniz Fernandez getting involved as ever. Really has had everything this game. He just gets the slightest touch to that, doesn't he?
Fingertip save from Iker Casillas, and never will it be more important.
Well, won by Morata again. Essien sending it back. This time Di Maria deciding there's no point chasing that one. Really worked hard in the second half, Angel Di Maria.
Can't imagine Jose Mourinho will have any qualms with how his players have performed tonight. We've often seen Mourinho criticise his team in games that they've won, and although this hasn't been a spectacular performance by Real Madrid, it's been what's really been necessary, what's been asked of by the game.
Yeah, and a very gritty performance indeed, and I'm sure Mourinho will be delighted. There's Albiol with the interception. The ball cut out by Juanfran. Juanfran knocking it back in. Martins. Pepe clears. But it really is a game for your Ramoses, your Pepes, your Di Marias, the players who are going to battle out there all the way. And difficult to see how either coach could really criticise any of these performances tonight. Martins up there, miscued by Ramos. This is Mitchell. This one coming down to Morata again. Alonso loses it. Smacked forward by Coentrao. And there's Martin's chance. And if he gets a touch, it's the slightest of touches, but it was almost too late anyway when Martins tried to take it round him. Juanfran with the throw to Levante. We're in the final minute. Pepe clears. Ballesteros leaving it for Munua. Munua sending it deep. Ramos is under it. Mitchell sends it back. Juanlu trying to go around Albiol, succeeding. And a free kick given for the challenge on Juanlu. Well, Pepe making friends.
Has been a strange game for Pepe.
Well, Martinez, 8 seconds to go. There'll be stoppage time as well. They don't have Xabi Alonso. Barquero's gone off. It's swung in by Mitchell, headed clear by Pepe. Morata gets it out to Coentrao. And Madrid managing to get rid of the danger. Di Maria on the turn. Just getting a touch to it, Mitchell. Juanfran. Mitchell nearly taking it too far. Martins. Alonso shadowing him. Juanfran. There's a bit of a chase for Angel. But the ball all the way through to Casillas. Well, 3 minutes have been added. One of them nearly up. It looks as though Jose Mourinho's curse in the Ciutat de Valencia is about to be ended. Although in this kind of game we've seen so many things happen. Until the referee blows the whistle, we're not going to call it. Ramos doing well to win that, but it's a throw for Levante. Plenty of red and blue shirts going forward now. Ballesteros is up there too. Lopez with the throw. Iborra. Well, they're just trying to elaborate a bit too much, really, Levante, in these last few minutes. They should have learnt a little bit from the Alonso lesson. Put the ball in the box and hope that it's one of your players who gets ahead to it.
Looks like they're looking for that perfect fairy tale opportunity, having come so close through perhaps that chance by Obafemi Martins.
Good
Wonder
work
with the right idea there, trying to test Iker Casillas, but it was closed down.
And full credit to Callejon. He got back and blocked Juan Lu's shot and then fought and won the free kick. And you sense that's not time wasting. That's a young man who's absolutely exhausted. Excellent performance from Callejon. And you've got to say, Mourinho has got every single call right, from the starting lineup to the substitutions.
A very tricky game for him, bearing in mind players suited to the conditions, the injuries.
And a free kick given for the challenge on to Michael Essien, and that must just about be it. 20 seconds to go. You would think that those few seconds will be eaten up with the free kick. Di Maria, Callejon. Tremendous challenge by Iborra. He keeps it in play. Juan Lu. Angel. And that must be it. No throw into Real Madrid. And there's the final whistle. Well, 90 extraordinary minutes in the Ciutat de Valencia. A tremendous battling performance from lowly Levante. No wonder they're such a hard prospect to face. That's been the toughest game Real Madrid have had in the league this season, I suspect. Clasico aside. Excellent performance from Casillas, who pulled off 3 or 4 world-class saves.